Dr. Michael J. Burry is best known from the film The Big Short. And the film was based on him predicting the 2008 housing crash where he made millions of dollars doing his Big Short. Now, you're probably aware that earlier in the year there were many stories about him planning a new Big Short, this time on Tesla. Well, the good news is that we now have some additional info on just how big this big Tesla short was. And by piecing everything together with some tweets that went out, we can now see that this big Tesla short has likely made him another small fortune. So in this video we'll first do a quick background update so you can see what exactly this big Tesla short was and when it started. I can then share with you just how big this Tesla short was, as we now have that information, and why he's likely made millions of dollars with this new trade. And then we'll finish by taking a look at the latest update to the Michael Burry stock portfolio, and we can see there is in fact another thing that he was shorting. As always, if you do find anything useful in the video, be sure to drop a like, always appreciated. Okay, so it all started in December last year, and the Tesla stock price had ballooned over 700% in just 1 year. Michael Burry suddenly appeared on Twitter and said, "So, Elon Musk, yes, I'm short Tesla, but some free advice for a good guy. Seriously, issue 25 to 50% of your shares at the current ridiculous price. That's not dilution. You'd be cementing permanence and untold optionality. If there are buyers, then sell that Tesla souffle." And he had basically done some core analysis. This is the actual spreadsheet that he made up, and he listed out many of the top automotive companies in the world, and he also had a column for all the revenue that they generated, the market cap of each company, and he compared it against Tesla, which is running at the bottom. And it basically showed that Tesla was only doing a fraction of the revenue, but it almost made up the market cap of all these companies. In fact, let me show you this in an infographic, as it'll be easier to understand. So essentially, this is what he was saying. This was the market cap of Tesla in December 2020, and you could either buy Tesla stock, or for the same price, you could get Ford, Honda, BMW, GM, Daimler, Volkswagen, and Toyota for the same price. So for him, the Tesla stock was massively overvalued and probably completely unsustainable. But then something crazy happened. As if a 700% increase in the stock price wasn't big enough, the stock price went up another 45%, peaking out in January of this year. And Michael Burry was back on Twitter and he said, "Well, my last big short got bigger and bigger and bigger too. Tesla, $60 billion increase in market cap today alone. 1 GM, 2 Hershey's, 3 Etsy's, 4 Domino's, 10 Venaidos. Enjoy it while it lasts." So basically, he was maxing out his big short, and keep an eye on the date. So this tweet went out January the 7th, the day before this blog post. So on a side note, it would be amazing if Michael Burry had sat down with someone like Oprah and could talk us through everything about this trade. How he executed this trade, did he use margin? If he used options, then what was the expiry date? What was the strike price? When did he actually sell? And how much money did he actually make? The problem is that he's now deleted his Twitter account. He doesn't do media appearances, so we have to piece together the bits of information that we do have. So what we do know is the size of this Tesla short and how it was done. But what we don't know was the strike price and the expiry date of the options, so we can't say exactly how much money was made. We get the value of the trade through 13F regulatory findings, and these are done every quarter. And there are pros and cons to these 13F filings, as we do get to see what big investors buy and sell every quarter that's just gone. And so for investors like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, this is great as they likely hold their positions for many years. But for traders who buy and sell regularly, then it's not so useful, as they've probably bought and sold before we can even get to see what positions they have. So with that being said, here is the latest update to Michael Burry's stock portfolio. And the sheer size of this big Tesla short was epic. He went big, and I mean really, really big. Check it out. And to give you guys the full context of just how big this Tesla short was, we have this. So this is the 13F filing, and it's the size of his portfolio every quarter going back to Q1 2019. So we can see in Q1 2019, the size of his entire portfolio was just under 100 million. We have Q2, Q3, it went down to 60 million, 82. This was just 1 year ago. It was 85 million. Now, he did have a big Q2, Q3, Q4 came down a bit, but now look at the sheer size of this next quarter. Q1, which we've just got, 2021, is $1.3 billion. So even from Michael Burry's standard, this is 5 to 10 times bigger than anything he's done for years. And this is how his portfolio looks. So this is his hedge fund, Scion Asset Management, Q1 2021. As you can see, valued at $1.3 billion and made up of 31 positions. Now, the first thing to point out is this largest position. So 40% of this entire portfolio is put options for Tesla. So this is his big short, and it's valued at over $500 million. So $500 million just on his Tesla short. And interestingly, just in position 2, this isn't the only thing he is shorting. He's also got put options on 20-year treasury bonds. So I'm probably going to have to do another video on this, as he does have another big short on the bond market. But this is an incredibly leveraged portfolio. Check it out. Call options, call options, call options, call options, put options, call options, call options. And just to show you how rare this is, when we look at other big billionaire investors, here we have the Berkshire Hathaway portfolio of Warren Buffett, and it's a very similar looking portfolio, and Warren Buffett was one of his mentors, but these are all individual positions, no call options, no put options. Same with Bill Gates. This is the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Again, very similar in position size, but again, it's all single positions. Where what makes Michael Burry so unique is that all of these largest positions are leveraged up with call options and put options. So I won't go through all of these positions, as most of the portfolio is actually just the top 10. So let's just cover these. We've got the big Tesla short, we've got the big bond market short, we've got call options in Google, Facebook. This is the ultra short treasury. So it's an inverse ETF, which is a short ETF, which is leveraged with call options. We've got call options on Kraft Heinz. He also had another short against growth stocks, $42 million worth, call options on CVS Health, and also NetApp. And then pretty much everything else are these smaller positions. And the last thing that we can piece together is this. So this is a Tesla stock chart, and it shows from 2020, this was the epic run up that Tesla had last year. And the thing that I want to point out is that his last tweet, where he said that his Tesla short was getting bigger and bigger and bigger, went out about here. And this is after the Tesla stock price had gone up 893% since the beginning of last year. And this is why I think he has made a lot of money from this big short, as it looks like he's pretty much timed this perfectly. Tesla went on to have a big 30% drop. Obviously a great selling point. Could have sold here, could have sold here, could have sold here, could have sold here. So he had plenty of chances to make millions of dollars from this big short. So as you can see, this was a huge position even for Michael Burry, and it looks like this was another big win from one of the world's greatest shorting experts. And my guess, looking at when his last tweet went out, he has made a lot of money from this trade. However, as mentioned, we don't have the strike price or when it was actually sold, but it looks like the tweet went out at the market top, and it looks like he's probably timed it perfectly. And after looking at the latest update on his stock portfolio, it looks like Tesla was not the only thing he was shorting. There is also a big short in there on government bonds. You've gotta love Michael Burry, right? And I'll have to do a follow-up video once I've had time to dig through and find out a bit more about that short. For now, hope you enjoyed the video, and it's great that we had some more details and we could find out just how big this big Tesla short was. It was a $500 million short. So as always, if you enjoyed the video, then drop a like, and a big thank you to everyone who does. If you haven't yet subscribed, then click below and join us. I do have some great videos coming up that you don't want to miss. Okay, cheers guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.